So let's say you're developing multiple API proxies, but there are a consistent set of policies that you use for each one. This could be something like an OAuth policy, a payload transformation, or even rate limiting. Don't you just wish that you can implement these policies once and just reuse them over and over again? That's where shared flows come in. A shared flow is a collection of policies and resources that can be used across all API proxies in your organization. It does not have an endpoint and can't be called directly. It's basically a reusable asset that you can apply to your API proxies instead of manually implementing them one by one. So to start using shared flows, first identify what policies you commonly use across all your APIs. From there, you would develop the flow, policies, and resources and deploy them to the same environment as your API proxies. Once your shared flow is developed, merely add them to your API proxy, much like any other policy. Flow hooks can also be used, but we'll cover that later. So instead of just me telling you how to use shared flows, let's show you instead. From the Apigee Edge homepage, navigate to the Develop menu, and then to the Shared Flow page. Here's where you'll create your shared flows. To add a new flow, click on the plus shared flow button on the upper right-hand side and click on New Shared Flow. If you have a bundle already on your computer, you can upload it here as well. From here, you will name your shared flow and fill out a description should you choose. In the Shared Flow Details page, click on the Develop tab. This page should start to look very familiar. It's similar to the API proxy development page that you're used to. From here, you can add policies, add scripts, and even write custom code to meet your needs. Once you're done, be sure to save your shared flow and deploy it to the corresponding environment. Now let's talk about how to use your shared flow. There are two ways to do so. One, by a proxy-to-proxy basis, and the other as a global policy that is applied to all of your APIs. Let's start with the proxy-by-proxy scenario. Navigate to your API proxies by going to the Develop menu, and then to the API proxies page. From here, click on any one of the API proxies, and then click on the Develop tab. Under Policies, click on the plus button and add a new policy. Scroll down and click on the Flow Callout and select your share flow from the drop-down menu. Remember that the share flow will only show up here if you have it deployed to the same organization and environment where your API proxy is located. Now let's talk about flow hooks. A flow hook is another way to apply and execute the same shared flow to all of your API proxies deployed in a given environment. Note that in order to apply a flow hook, you need to be an admin for your organization. You can apply your shared flow via flow hooks to one of the following: the pre-proxy, the pre-target, the post-target, and the post-proxy. Once again, let's navigate to the UI and show you this firsthand. To create a flow hook, first go to the Admin menu. From here, click on Environments and to the Flow Hooks tab. Here you will see the 4 places you can implement your shared flow, which we described earlier. Click on the Edit button on the right-hand side and select your shared flow from the drop-down menu. Once you're done, click Save, and it should be automatically applied to all your API proxies in your environment. In the event you don't see the desired share flow in the dropdown, double-check that you deployed it to the environment you're currently working in. If you can't access the Flowhook page entirely, you may not have the proper admin access needed. Well, that's it. Simple, right? Remember that share flows are a very useful way to save time in the implementation of your API proxies. We hope you spend some time experimenting with share flows, and be sure to direct any questions you may have to our Apigee community. Thanks.